Here are my favorite books of 2026 so far as somebody who only reads mysteries and thrillers. It Could Have Been Her by Lisa Jewell is exactly the kind of thriller that I love. This has a lot of themes of dark family secrets, conflict, tension, a back and forth between the past and the present, but most importantly, it has characters you can also really root for. The kind of introspection that happens in this book really sells it for me. This was also an absolutely incredibly performed audiobook, and it made me realize just how talented of a writer Lisa Jewell really is. I picked up Coco Van by Charlotte Carter earlier this year when I was feeling really down. I knew I wanted something maybe not necessarily uplifting because again, I only read books with murder in them, but rather well written and with a heroine I really adore. This is the second book in the Nanette Hayes mystery series, and in this book, she goes off to Paris to track down her aunt who's gone missing. The voice that Charlotte Carter has is truly impeccable. It has a musicality to it that you don't see in a lot of genre fiction. This is one of those series that I don't want to end, so I've been saving the third book very selfishly until I feel like I really deserve it. The first book is Rhode Island Red if you want to check it out. Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn is one that I'm incredibly surprised made it on this list simply because I knew the twist before I even started the book. And so I thought the book wouldn't have too much to offer outside of that, but I was very wrong. Even though every single character in this book pretty much is completely unlikable, there's something that we can either learn from them or there's some kind of overarching message that is told so beautifully, so brilliantly, and also so indirectly, and that was also so influential on current trends in domestic thrillers that I'm now looking at this as some kind of masterpiece. I could see how people might consider this predictable, especially today, because again, so many books were inspired by Gone Girl, but I felt like this was definitely worth reading even now, 10 years after its release. In second place, we have Devil in a Blue Dress by Walter Mosley. This is a noir-style detective novel set in 1940s Los Angeles about a Black war veteran who is hired to find a missing white woman. I knew this book was going to be good the minute I read that first page. It had the exposition, the character development, the writing style kind of right front and center from the very beginning. This is a really short book. It moves along incredibly quickly, and it exhibits what Agatha Christie called economy of wording. Essentially, no word is wasted in the telling of the story. Mosley delivers that beautifully alongside very nicely woven in characterization and cultural context. I still have to watch the movie though. And lastly, I just posted about this, so this should not be a surprise that it's number one on my list, but The Tokyo Zodiac Murders by Soji Shimada, by far my favorite book I've read this year. This has so much to really enjoy. Intricate puzzle, really dark and gritty and gruesome, plus a little bit of humor and even sightseeing throughout Japan. Really complex puzzle and also really good storytelling and an emotional punch at the end. That's the formula for success for me personally. I'm definitely gonna pick up Murder in the Crooked House at some point to see if I like it maybe even more than this one. I get asked pretty frequently how I don't get tired reading the same genre over and over and over again. Hopefully this very brief list gives you a taste of the way that I read. Crime fiction is an incredibly broad genre, and so there's tons of subgenres to really get into. And that's exactly why I am so hopelessly devoted to it.